Let us now study the nomenclature of ethers. We normally represent ethers as R, O, R dash. R stands for alkyl group. Here R may be equal to R dash or it may not be equal to R dash. That is, the two alkyl groups can be same or they may be different. Here the R or a R dash can be also replaced by a aryl group, which we normally write it as AR. Now, as we begin to study with the nomenclature, first let us study with the common nomenclature. According to common nomenclature, we will name this one as alkyl, alkyl ether. It will be named as alkyl, alkyl ether. And according to IUPAC nomenclature, it will be named as alkoxy-alkane, alkoxy-alkane. Here, if you go to see, when we use the common nomenclature, alkyl, alkyl ether may be easy for us to name when the two groups are same. But if the two groups are different, how are we going to name it or what will be the order? Know that in such cases, the one which is having alphabetically it comes first will be named first and then the later alkyl group will come. That is, if I am having methyl group and propyl group, it will be named as methyl propyl ether. Whereas, according to the IUPAC nomenclature, alkoxy term will be taken up by that particular alkyl group which is smaller in size. That means in the same example, methyl group is a smaller group and hence the compound will be named as methoxypropane. Let us look at it by taking few examples. I am taking with a very simple example over here and that is CH3OCH3. The two groups are same. We go to name this one as methyl, methyl ether. But since the two groups are same, it can be also named as dimethyl ether. According to IUPAC nomenclature, we don't follow this particular way, but we follow the method of naming it as alkoxy-alkane. Hence, the name of this compound will be methoxy-methane. The name of the compound is methoxy-methane. Let's take few more examples. We have CH3, CH2O, CH2, CH3. Again, similar groups on the either side. This is ethyl group. This is also a ethyl group. Hence, the name of the compound will be diethyl ether. According to IUPAC nomenclature, it will be named as ethoxy-ethane. Since the two groups are same, we are not having any problem naming it according to a common as well as IUPAC nomenclature. Here is a first example wherein we have two dissimilar groups attached on the either side of oxy group. Over here, when we have this kind of a groups, this is a methyl group and this is a propyl group. We are going to name this compound as methyl N-propyl because to the first carbon atom, oxy group is attached. So, it will be methyl N-propyl ether. Whereas, according to the IUPAC nomenclature, it will be named as methoxypropane. Methoxypropane. Remember that the word root will be comprising of maximum number of carbon atom and the smaller alkyl group takes up with the oxy. So, over here it is methoxypropane. one number indicates that to the first carbon atom of the propane group, oxy group is attached. Okay, let's take with the next example here. In this example, I have a aryl group attached, which is on the either side of a oxy group. I am having a methyl group. Look at it, this is a methyl group and this is a phenyl group. So M comes first and later is P, and hence it will be named as methyl phenyl ether. It has a common name and that is anisole. Anisole is a well accepted IUPAC nomenclature. But according to IUPAC nomenclature, we will have the method of naming it as methoxy, because this is a smaller group, methoxy, and this is a benzene group. So it is methoxy benzene. Let's take another simpler example in this category. I have a benzene group to which we have a ether linkage to a ethyl group. Here the name of the compound will be ethyl phenyl ether. It's also having a common name, that is phenetol, but know that it is not accepted in the IUPAC nomenclature. According to IUPAC nomenclature, the compound will be named as ethoxybenzene. Ethoxybenzene.